Hello fellow YouTubers, welcome back. I'm sorry it's been a while guys, I really am, with all the homeschooling and the whole situation, which I'm not going to get into. Yeah, it's just been hectic, not really been able to get down here to do any videos. Now, yeah, I'm down here, my plot that I've got, it's pretty much held itself up, no weeds are coming back through just yet, so I'm quite impressed. But I am a very thorough weeder, I don't like to leave any green bits in the soil by the time I'm done. But the main purpose for coming down here today, guys, is to basically get on with my new plot. Because I've now got this one. So, yeah, I'm quite happy that it's next door. So I'm really happy about that. And bonus for me, I've got the water trough on the end. Don't mean to say I'm going to be greedy. I personally try not to use these. I've got all my water containers up against my greenhouse and other places, so yeah, I try not to use it, but I need to level that up for them really, because it's a bit unlevel. Needs some kind of, like, well, needs a raising in that back corner. But yeah, so this is my new plot, guys, and I'm just going to basically today just quickly trim as much down of it as I can, just to get a blank canvas, and then basically go over it with the fork, get all the couch grass out, and yeah, it's a lot of work, but it's very good soil, very well looked after plot. Italian couple that used to have it, lovely people. Yeah, regardless of accusations being made, still lovely people. I'm not one to hold a grudge. And yeah, they've obviously left now, so I've got obviously this plot now, so which means I've got an apple tree, I believe the second tree is. I'm not sure about this first tree, I think that's a plum, this first tree just here. I think that's an apple tree, and we'll go for a little walk up. I am trying a little new setup where it's supposed to be anti-shake, so it should seem a lot smoother video quality, but this is how basically the plot is now looking. But never did get around to digging my potatoes up over there, but I know what, I've left potatoes in before, they've regrew the next year, and I've had some lovely little new potatoes from them, so not even going to bother digging them up. Looks as if something's had a little chew on the courgette over there. Well, yeah, no, actually it's supposed to be a pumpkin, that, but it never turned into a pumpkin. I've got all this area to sort out, guys, which I will be getting around to, but now I've got this. That's now going to all change around here. That tunnel's going to be going, and yeah, I've got a lot of plans ahead. But I've got this lovely apple tree just here, huge beautiful thing it is. Got a nice set of steel ladders there ready to climb up and get the apples, and I believe the little tree you can see just here is actually a cherry tree, I believe. So I believe, like I say, plum, cooking apple, cherry tree, damson plum, I might be wrong. But I know it's, no, that's an eating, no, sorry, that one's actually an eating apple tree. That one against the sheds is a, like a damson plum. And then this one just here, has got another tree that's snapped just here. I can't get that cut down. But this one here is actually like a Victoria plum. So yeah, but obviously I've got the sheds as well. That steel shed is going to be an absolute saviour. You ain't going to break into that very easy, I can tell you now. So, but yeah, so that's going to be my little mind. But yeah, as you can tell, there's a lot of work to do, guys. It really is. I am trying to be as slow as I can with this so it isn't shaking. But yeah, so eventually I'll have all of this out here, all these poles and all these lines. These are all coming out. I don't know though, at the same time I might keep a section of them in just for runner beans. But all of these ones are coming out. And then I'll work my way from that end, bringing it all the way back, clearing it all. At the minute, I'm just going to strim it. I know it's not the way you should do it, but I'm not just going to then strim it, then rotivate it in. I'm going to go over it and get as much of the roots, especially with all the couch grass, because there's tons of it. And then I'm going to, yeah, and dig it all over after I've strimmed it. And cause there's nothing worse than trying to dig it in, have all this kicking at the back of your ankles and whatever else. But yeah, so got a lot of work to do. Unfortunately, when it comes to the decking, it's got to go. It's got to go. If I stand on it, I mean, I know the video's not really going to do it any justice, but when I stand on it, it's like a, look, you can see it's just an ice rink, and then all the leaves, tree from the all the leaves and stuff on the trees Unfortunately for me, when I've come down here today, I'll just take you in here dead quick and show you. I've come down, got my water drip feed system in there with the bleed hose on. Got my water butt there that's lovely and full. I've come down, my other water butt, I think the wood that he's put it on has started to collapse and the water butt's actually coming through the greenhouse. I've got a cracked panel there. All that panel there is just literally hanging on with a clip, I believe. Then it's not actually damaged the bottom one yet, so I'm going to have to try and empty that, get them panels out and get that water butt. I don't know where else, to be honest, but somewhere else, or potentially put something else underneath it to sturdy it up. So yeah, not worrying what I wanted to see coming back, but hey-oh, yeah, it is what it is. Nature takes its course on its materials, that's it. I actually found out with the decking that's up here, all of this has actually been up here, all this decking has actually been on here for about 15 years. So yeah, it's not new decking. I spent a little bit of money on some anti-slip paint last year, or the year before. Treated it all with anti-slip paint, it's still not done anything. So yeah, but yeah, without further ado guys, I'm going to start the strimmer up and just try and whack some of this down just so it looks neater, and then the real work will come in when the weather's a bit nicer, because at the minute my hands are absolutely freezing just holding this. So yeah, but that's the new plot guys, and hopefully I've got many plans to come for it, providing they all go well and I can find the materials. So yeah, but I've got to get all this tree drop down and stuff, but I'm not going to waste the wood. I'm going to use it and probably create like a log bed kind of thing. I can't remember who, one of the other channels actually did it and made it like a log, laid logs in the bottom of a bed. I think it's a heat bed or something. But yeah, so I use that to do something like that. Yeah, so what I'll do is I'll pop back on once obviously I've waxed most of this down. I don't know how far I'm going to get. It's a very big plot. It's, I mean, from here to the end of the plot, which you can barely see the trough just at the bottom, about there. It's probably a good 100 foot, no, 100 foot, 80 foot, 80 foot long, probably about 40 foot wide. But where you can see all the artichokes all the way down the side there, that's also part of this as well. So it's just the other side of that, and then yeah, from there all across. But the artichokes, I'm going to be taking some out. So yeah, if you are local and you want some, message me on Facebook and I can happily give you some artichoke roots or plants, because a lot of them are going to be coming out. I'm not taking them all out because they are nice decorative as well, but I want to make room for some like other shrubs and stuff in between, just to put a border of colour in. So yeah, but I'm not going to babble on guys, I'm going to crack on, get some of this trimmed down. I'm not going to do any hyperlapse or anything because it's too windy for that, and then yeah, I'll come back on once I've done a little bit. So I'll speak to you shortly. Alright, so I thought I'd come back on. It is 2 days later, I'm not going to lie. I'll be honest, when I was trimming, lost track of time. Before I knew it, it was absolutely pitch black. So I tried to get the video out, but it just, you wouldn't have seen absolutely anything. So yeah, here we are back down the plot today. Now, gotta be honest, it's looking a lot whiter than it was. But yeah, it's frosty as anything down here at the moment. But yeah, I've managed to clear all of this so far up to pretty much the apple tree. The reason I stopped here is because when I was trimming all the excess over, in between all this, there's loads of like mouldy apples, and when I was trimming it was just splatting me. I haven't got my face shield with me, forgot to bring it down, so I had to stop at basically this point. Now what I have done today while I'm down here is I've just started to take off basically these lines all the way down, so I'm going to get all of that taken off as well. I'm going to take them down to start with. If I decide to put runner beans and stuff down this edge again, then I'll put something back in place. But for now, so I can get on with getting the land ready, yeah, I'm taking everything down, restructure it to my standard. But what I'll do is I'll take you down the other end of the plot and I'll show you how things are looking from this perspective. I haven't got round to this because he's quite big. I want to pull them up and compost them. Of cabbages, I believe. But yeah, it's cleared up quite nice. Now, obviously, trimming, you have to take in mind if you've got little piles like this, a few little piles. The reason I've not gone into them piles with a strimmer is because of hedgehogs, but that is where I'm at now. That is how it's looking. So yeah, pretty impressed. And blank canvas, now the frost can just do the rest of its work and knock it down. But yeah, I'm quite happy with looks a lot cleaner anyway. And yeah, I thought I'd better show you now before it's covered in snow, because as we speak right now, we're due a big snowstorm over here. So whitest I've ever seen the site. Yeah, it's nice. Still love it down here even in the winter, but more plots not looking as frozen as everybody else's, but you can walk on the water, you can actually walk on the beds. That's how solid the mud is. So I won't be digging this anytime soon, but at least I've got it knocked down. The frost can do the rest now. Try and get it covered over at some point if I can find the materials, but obviously with the situation at the moment, our shed's not open to buy that material at the moment. So yeah, but I thought, like I say, thought I'd nip on, quickly show you guys where I got to, where I stopped the other day. And yeah, it's nice to be back on and uploading again, and I'm hoping to keep you up to date with this plot particular. Obviously I don't want to keep showing you this one over and over. I will still be doing videos on this plot, but for now the main focus is to get this stripped down, get this worked and get the ground opened up, and then decide where I go with it from there. But there's definitely a few ideas in place. I'm not going to go into them just yet, but I have got some pretty decent plans for this plot, depending on cost. And you know, I like to spend as minimal as possible recycled materials, and yeah, hopefully it'll all go well if you know, okay, if it all goes well. So yeah, that's pretty much it for now, guys. Yeah, and I shall update you again very, very shortly in regards to this plot. But I do hope you think I do hope you find the video quality a little bit better. It's not as flickery and movie and, you know, quick turning. Yeah, so let me know what you think to the stability side of things, if it's better or worse. And yeah, I shall update you very soon, guys. So for now, I hope you're all well. I wish you all a very happy new year, and yeah, see you all shortly. So for now, take care. Bye bye.